Yeah.
But what we have noticed is out of all of the new tech um, products that we've seen in the marketplace, from your chat GPTs to your go high levels to, whatever the latest, greatest CRM is, that the one that was easiest for them to use and that created the most amount of impact was really Plai. And so I was sharing with you that we had a young lady who was 71 years young, literally has been retired for years, was educator. Her name was Evelyn Bethune. She is the granddaughter of Mary McLeod Bethune and so great African American hero. And so one day she came to me and she says, well, Trevor, I'm going to get out of program A and I really want to come over to your program. And I said, well, listen, I don't want you to come over to my program because you could spend your money better. You could allocate it differently. Here's what I want you to do. Instead of taking the money from program A over here and then bringing it to me over here, program B, let's try something different. And it was just me just testing Plai. And I said, what I want you to do is I'm going to give access to this program. We call it Ads Unlimited, which is really a Plai white label. And I said, now listen, all I want you to do, Evelyn, is to put in your link. It's going to ask you for the link to your landing page. We've already built your landing page out. We already have written your book using the power of AI. We've already gotten everything done for you. All you literally got to do is start running ads and start selling your book. And what is her book about? Her life experiences, her life expertise, her passion. So all of these different things. And she really is looking to not only be relevant, but also create impact. So I said, Evelyn, now listen, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this. Now listen, if you run into any problems, I'm talking to her like I talked to my mother. Now, if you run into any problems, you call me, because I tried to treat her like I would treat my mother.
Yeah.
Right? Hands on, my mother still can't really work a DVD player, right? Let alone, a VCR player. So, I get that call all the time. So I said, if you need any help, you just call me. Now, I just knew in my heart of hearts, slogan, that she was going to call me and say, hey, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to work this thing out, yada, yada, yada. I'm not going to be able to do this. So I was waiting for the call, and I knew that when she called, I was going to get on Zoom and show her. And then really, my way of showing her was just give me control of your computer virtually, and I'm going to click and do the stuff with you. So a day went by, and she didn't call me. 2 days went by, and she didn't call me. Friday morning came up, and she didn't call me, and I called her, and I said, hey, Evelyn, I remember, man, you talked about you were going to shift the money. You were going to get out of program B. You weren't going to bring your money over here. You were going to literally start running ads using the system. And she says, oh, yeah, I already started my ads. You already started your ads? He said, yeah, this did exactly what you told me to do. You told me to put in the links and follow the instructions. Put in the links and just follow the instructions. Put in the links and just follow the instructions. She put in the link. She followed the instructions. She said, how do I know if these things are working or not? Well, I say I'm getting some sales, but how do I know if it's actually working? Like, how good is it working? So I called you and I said, hey, how do I check the results? And you told me, oh yeah, just go to the bottom of the page and hit view results. I go to the bottom of Evelyn's page, 71 years young, who did not get any help, has never, ever, never run a Facebook ad. I mean, never, ever run a Facebook ad. Totally new to Facebook. We open this thing up. I see that she has the thing set on $10 a day for the budget. She set it $10 a day, literally $10 a day. And so I go down, I look at the results, and I see that she had spent $80 on one ad, and essentially it was coming in at around about 23 cents a click, give or take. And so I saw that she'd gotten like 300 visits to her page and all that kind of good stuff. Her CTR rate, her click-through ratio was 4.53%. And then on top of that, I saw that she had a second ad. And that ad, she had spent about $100. And it was showing her cost per click was coming in at like maybe 30 cents, 26 cents, but it was still doing really, really well. And the click-through rate was really high. So then I started talking to Evelyn, and I said, well, Evelyn, well, how many books did you sell? And she says, well, I only sold 278. My mouth dropped. And I'm like, you sold how many? 278. Now, my jaw dropped because I've been doing ads for a long time. I've worked with a million different systems. I hired a million different social media companies, ad agencies. You know, I've been in these online streets, as they say, for, you know, easily 20 plus years. Anyway, she did 278 book sales up against about a $200 ad spend. And she sold her books at $35 a pop. So not only did she sell it, you know, sell it for a good price, she sold it, you know, legitimately over market price. And so now, right, that's the moment. It was really, for me, that was the moment when I became a believer. It wasn't until that moment. When that moment happened, that's when I became a believer. And she's not the only one. She's just you know, one of the ones that just stood out for me. But over and over again, we're seeing these people getting these results from Cookie K out in Alabama. She's, I think she's 64, 65. And literally, she ran ads to get people to come to her workshop, and people came. You know what it's like to have an event as a speaker or as a coach or as a brand, and you are your biggest fear is that nobody will show. And you know, you're running ads, but you don't know if it's really people going to respond to it. But now she knew she was going to have people show up because the ads were performing so well that she literally was Cookie K, or Vanessa K, I just call her Cookie for short. Literally, she had people that showed up at an event, and I can't tell you, man, Logan, ooh, if you knew how many times I have seen somebody in the personal and professional development space have an event, and it's 300 chairs and 2 people in the room. It's, you have lights, camera, and action, but nobody is there because you never figured out the marketing. And I feel like the thing about Plai is I feel like Plai figures out the marketing and then goes out and does the advertising work for you. And you literally just show up for the results. And I'll take that every day and twice on Sunday.